Okay, so this is part 2 of approximate versus accurate pronunciation. So I have some more words that I want to show you. So let's get started. The first word means come in. So I'll do the approximate pronunciation first and then accurate. Gehelts. Gehelts. So I'll zoom in a little bit here. Delete some of the space. So we have the waveform, and I'll change it to multi-view so we see the waveform and the spectrogram at the same time. So let's listen back to the approximate pronunciation, Gehelts, and then the accurate pronunciation, Gehelts. So do you notice a difference? You can really see the difference here at the bottom with the spectrogram, especially this part here. So what is this? Let's listen. That is what we call a tilted L. That's the sound that it makes. That's not present here. If it was here, it would be in that space there. But it's not, because in this approximate pronunciation, I'm leaving that out. And I'm just using like an L in its place, a regular L. So let's listen again to the approximate pronunciation. Gehelts. And then accurate. Gehelts. So you should see a big difference between the two, especially down at the bottom here. Okay, the next one. This is a word that people tend to use to mean brother. I'll say the approximate way first and then accurate. Mene. Menasut. Okay, so I'll delete some space. I'll zoom in. I'll go to multi-view. Waveform at top. Spectrogram down below. Let's listen to the first one. Mene. And let's listen to the second one. Menasut. Let's listen to this last part here of the approximate pronunciation. A. A little bit more. Nay. Notice I'm saying nay. What am I saying in the accurate pronunciation? Let's listen to that. Suit. Actually, it's more in the middle here. So let's listen to the middle part. Ne. Ne. So you notice nay is what I'm saying here. Ne is what I'm saying there. Menasut. And you also see a difference in the length of the words. So mene is shorter, menasut is longer. So not only is this a mispronunciation, it's also a shortened form. You're leaving out part of the word when you just say mene, as opposed to the full word, which is menasut. And I mentioned before that a lot of people tend to refer to this as meaning brother. I think what a lot of people don't understand is that it could also mean sister. So menasut is what I would call my brother. Because I'm a man, my brother is a man. We're both men. So he is my menasut. If I were a woman and I had a sister, she would be my menasut. So menasut doesn't just mean brother, it could mean sister, depending on who's speaking and who they're speaking about. So that's another thing that is very important to point out. The next word is liar. So approximate pronunciation first, and then accurate pronunciation. Que come. K'ekwame. Okay, so I'll get rid of some space, zoom in, go into multi-view, stretch them out a little bit. So let's listen to this first one, the approximate pronunciation. K'ekwame. And then the accurate pronunciation. K'ekwame. So again, you got that A and the approximate pronunciation. A. And in the accurate pronunciation, A. A and I together, and the hybrid orthography always sounds like eh. So it's not A. That would be represented differently. So let's listen one more time. Approximate. K'ekwame. Accurate. K'ekwame. You also notice the difference here. K. So it starts off with that K sound. Let's listen again. K, as opposed to the beginning of the approximate pronunciation. K. And the last example, this is the word for hereditary chief. Approximate and then accurate. Hatemas. Okay, so I'll get rid of some space. I'll zoom in. Go to our waveform and spectrogram view. So let's listen to the approximate pronunciation. Hatemas. And then accurate pronunciation. Hatemas. So one thing you should really notice is this space here. So let's listen to this first part of the accurate pronunciation. Hey. So I'm saying hey, and then I'm putting a space there. I'm essentially holding my breath in this section here, as opposed to this part. Let's listen to that. That's a T. And the approximate pronunciation, let's listen to the first part. Hate. Let's listen to the accurate pronunciation. Hate. So I'm saying hey, and then I'm stopping. This is called a glottal stop. And your glottis is the opening between your vocal cords. What I'm doing there is I'm closing my glottis. When you close your glottis, no air can get through. So I'm essentially holding my breath here, very, very briefly. And then let's listen to the rest of the accurate pronunciation. Mas. Let's listen to the end of the approximate pronunciation. Mas. That's the S at the end. Let's listen to it a little bit more. Mas. So the real difference here is that I'm inserting a glottal stop. And you can visually see the difference. There's pretty much nothing here in the approximate pronunciation as opposed to the sound there. This is the T, hate. There's not actually a T there. So if you look at the accurate pronunciation, there's pretty much nothing there. That's where I'm holding my breath. It's a glottal stop, it's not a T. So let's take a look at the writing. Gehelts. Mene. Menasut. So again, it doesn't just mean brother, it could also mean sister, depending on the situation. K'ekwame. K'ekwame. Hatemas. So that's the end of this look at approximate versus accurate pronunciation. I'm hoping that helps quite a bit in terms of people's understanding and being able to identify the unique sounds of the Haisla language, and also the importance of having a standard spelling system as opposed to an approximate spelling system, something that's non-standard. So accurate pronunciation comes from accurate writing. So Zahwin, if it's always spelled like this, it's always said Zahwin as opposed to Jukwin. So that's it for this video. Until next time, remember, learning is its own reward. Escuelas. Wa.